Hey.
Good afternoon. I'm Bernadette. I study in Lansat. I would like to have a interview with you about violence against um, women and children for the victimologicals. Um, can you briefly describe the mission and main service of the Victim Assistance Support Program you are connecting with?
Okay, first of all, I am Katia Soberano, licensed social worker and social welfare officer 2 of the CSW DASMA. So currently, I am handling violence against women and their children cases, specifically victim survivor. So we have this unit in our office that caters such cases, women victim by their former husband, common law husband, even their lesbian girlfriend, and they have sexual intercourse with dating relationship. So it doesn't matter if they really have a label in the relationship. Basta they have like a relationship, romantic relationship. So I am handling VAUSI. Most cases were abuse by their former relationship, like physical abuse, economic abuse, psychological abuse, emotional abuse. So the programs we offer or we give to the client, victim survivor, like the others, financial assistance. Through our financial assistance, the victim survivor can one of the programs we offer to the victim survivor of VAUSI is financial assistance. So in financial assistance, in the Philippines, many families suffers from poverty. So that's the most common usual problem that our victim is facing. So financial assistance, they can somehow survive their daily living through buying of basic commodities or necessities in their household. So when the victim survivor experience abuse from their husband or their former relationship, they tend to escape. So usually they run to their nearest family member or their parents, their siblings. So they don't have any support from their former relationship, as they will not provide them with proper assistance as they're no longer together. So one is through medical assistance if the victim survivors, especially with physical abuse, so they need to undergo medical checkup. So we refer them to our city health office. In Dasma, we have 5 city health office, and we have Pagamutan ng Dasmariñas, or the hospital, the public hospital that the DASMA built. So every constituents of the city can have access to that. Well, it should be that they should be a voters of this city. So we refer the client to Pagamutan Dasmariñas or the city health office to undergo immediate check-up as they were big victim from abuse, especially physical. Then we have clients that needed psychological support. So in Pagamutan Dasmariñas, we do have a licensed psychologist, psychiatrist that we tap whenever we have clients that need to be assessed immediately. So we do have that of services and programs. We also have like what I mentioned earlier, Balik Probinsya. So it's like you return to your home province. So if the victim of violence against women and their children do not have any nearby family here, we will locate their other family in the province that they can stay there and return their social functioning. So we find and locate a family that they can possibly live with there in the province. So we reach the office of the mayor to seek a Balik Probinsya program. Through that, we ask cash assistance, we book the ticket, we accompany the client to the airport or terminal, and we refer them to the receiving municipality from their home province. Social welfare to have an aftercare monitoring and also what assistance they can offer to the victims.
Okay. What are the common challenge or limitation does the program face in delivering service to victims?
The common challenges we face, or well, me as a worker handling these cases, first-hand worker, is sometimes the victim survivor doesn't want to file a case and cooperate with our services. So sometimes I just want to go here and ask, "Ma, my husband punched me in my face. Can you scold him so that he will not do it again?" That's not the right way, right? Because that is hurting us by someone we love in our relationship is not acceptable. So we explain to them the importance of filing a case, of um, I mean, wait lang.
Report po.
Report the case, filing a case report, at umalis doon or being removed from that situation. So, but sometimes, I don't know what, is that love, right? I mean, maybe that's how they love their partner. They still stay with them even if they get hurt physically and risking their life and the lives of their children. That's a challenge to us because we wanted to help and provide them assistance and remove them from that situation, but they chose not to receive help from us. So yeah, that's it.
If it's foreigners, what can you do?
Oh, foreigners.
Yes.
Well, unless they are citizen here, but if not, the law in the Philippines only covers Filipinos. So, though they can be, pwede silang makasuhan, the partner, the Filipino partner can file a case against them. So maybe they can be deported if the Filipino woman can really pursue the case.
You talk about Filipina and foreigners, and if it's foreigners.
Oh, if it's for, we will refer to the right office, like in
PNP.
immigration,
PNP first.
PNP, the PNP, the police.
Yes.
That we have a case like that, then the PNP can conduct the right process. Well, we will still coordinate to if they have a immigration office here in the Philippines. So we will still refer them to that office so that they will be aware to if in the future the PNP will also inform them.
You have the same method because you say first if it's Filipino, she come to the province.
Yes.
You take I think it's money and you pay for her ticket to.
Yes.
If it's for.
Okay. I don't have any past experiences of that. But I do experience of foreign and a Filipino from Papua New Guinea, female and a Filipino man. But in your question, if we can also provide programs like that. But it depends. We will still coordinate to the migration and have a cooperative, collaborative efforts that we can both pagtutulungan or the both parties will give assistance our office and the immigration. We can talk about how the foreigners or the victim or the client can go back to their country. So I don't really know if the whole expenses can be handled by the local government, but I'm sure we will still give assistance.
Can you share an example of case where the program meets the significant relative impact on the victim?
Well, every day we do receive different kind of client and victim survivor of violence against women. So, well, that's the worst thing that will happen if the husband or the former relationship hurt the victim physically. Of course, we will not advise her to go back to that situation. We have this client with her children. We refer them to a women caring agency in Alabang with for temporary shelter while we're processing the case, and we identify a relative in the province. So we reach the office of the mayor, financial assistance, provide a program. We book the ticket, and we coordinated with a social welfare in her province, and we successfully referred the case, and the family traveled from here to her home province and undergoing aftercare monitoring, feedback reporting in our office. Though she decided not to file a case, that's her choice though. But I think that's a case that I can say that was successful in these cases. Well, as I mentioned, most of the clients don't want to file a case. So most of them, one story of the husband and promising that will never happen again, the woman or the victim come back. Then it will happen again, like a cycle, like that. So that's one of the challenges, right? But in providing programs, I can say that it will be effective to the client if they accept our help.
Did you have a percentage for you have this percentage for family that maybe this family?
Okay.
You know number for family who lives together, and they put the percentage for victim of this
abuse. So, we in terms of that, the number of the victim survivors, I personally receive like for a day, example for a day, I receive like 5 victim survivor clients come here to our office seeking our assistance, help from their situation, and it's like just a small percentage of the victim survivor who filed a case. So some people filed the case, but on the latter part they will withdraw it, and what do you call the yung mag-withdraw ng kaso? Desistance. They will file desistance, not pursuing the case. So it's a really small number of victims that file a case regarding VAUSI. So even in PNP or WCPD, we do have different percentage because the victim survivor don't report to the PNP, and then when they file the case to PNP, they did not report to us. So that's we don't have, but in every day, maximum I guess is like 7 cases coming to our office, victim survivors seeking our assistance or help.
With that, you say if one of solution you ticket like for women who return in problems or what like that. If she come back in Cavite, for example, and she live again with this guy, what can you do for this case?
Well, we can do nothing but to repeatedly remind her that um, that it will happen again. So as I said, if they do not want our help, we can forcefully help them. But you know, in with that, like the partner comes back to the perpetrator, the abuser, we really can control them, or the through our counseling, we cannot really persuade the victim to leave that situation. So if that happen again, and they will report again to our office, help again, then come back again to the abuser, it will happen again. As I said, right, the victims are grown women.
You use the same method, or you have change? It depends on that. If it is the first time you talk about that with the victim, and if it's the second or the same victim, you use different methods or the same method.
Well, because that's my former, that will be my former case, right, client. So I know her more, I know her story. So the method is it's like the same, but with more conviction to the client, to the victim, that it's not the best thing to go back to the abuser. So well, we tried our best to remove him from the situation, but she still if she still find ways to go back, we can really control her decision, and we cannot we cannot check her situation for on 24/7. So it's her choice, and yeah, that really happened in real life. That really happens. That there's a possibility that the abuse go back with abuser.
What moment did you use psychology for this possessions?
Abuser.
Possessions. Possessor. The moment when you talk with victim.
Process.
Yeah, process. Yeah.
What
With this process, what moment did you to psychology,
psychological evaluation.
Yeah.
What process?
Yeah, did you, in this process, what moment did you use psychology?
So I will refer. Every client has a different story, right? Different pinagdadaanan, problem, situation. So all of them, I try to convince them to undergo psychological evaluation, because at the end of the day, it's their choice. They do not want to undergo psychological assessment, do not force them. So I try to convince every one of them to undergo psychological evaluation or assessment through our pagamutan. So if they're willing, I will refer them with the approval or of my supervisor or section head unit. So if they're not willing, we really can refer them to conduct a psychological evaluation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.